Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Thomas, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And for the Pelicans, Ingram at the 3 with Williamson playing the 4. Johnson is out there with Daniels. And it's Valanciunas in at the center filling out the middle. We know coaching changes, Doris, are a constant in the NBA, but how long do you think it takes to implement a new system?
I think, Kevin, it depends on the group. How young is your team, or how veteran leadership plays a part in how your season unfolds. But, boy, we've seen some teams flourish immediately after a coaching switch.
So the Pelicans win the tip. Now Daniels. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the dunk by MP.
And he wasn't taking any chances on that shot. MP goes up strong for that flush.
Schroeder with the ball. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
New Orleans on D. Bridges outside. Lock at 6. Schroeder kicks to Thomas. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
You know, both teams are competitive, but not necessarily playing yet at a championship level. And part of what makes this battle so intriguing is how close they are.
And so here is New Orleans. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Williamson. Johnson draws the double. The pass to Valanciunas. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Passes it to Johnson. To the paint. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's MP and Johnson with the stuff.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
Count that one.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Schroeder. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Claxton, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
MP against Thomas. Valanciunas passes to Johnson, and MP throws it down. And MP getting to 2,000 points at a record pace.
And besting Zion Williamson, the fastest to do it in 40 years. The future of MP is bright.
Here's Claxton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Feeds it to Bridges. Some solid defense from Ingram. New Orleans leading by 4. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now. You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
On the wing, Daniels. He's guarded by Schroeder. Back to MP. And he gets the bucket. Johnson's got 10.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Daniels. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Schroeder. Still yet to score. Pass to Johnson. He kicks to Thomas. From 12 feet out. Jump shot is good. And here is Ingram. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Schroeder outside. Up top, Claxton. Pass to Thomas. From past the arc. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Ingram kicks to Williamson. The feed to MP. And the layup's good off the glass. 12 points for MP. Well, Greg, this is clearly one of the biggest indicators that you've made it as a player. MP was just announced as the cover athlete for NBA 2K25. Wonderful work. Wow.
And Kevin, it might not sound like a big deal, but believe me, it's a big deal. MP landing the 2K cover is something that a lot of other stars in the league cover.
Here's Ingram. A rebound by the Nets.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Nets passing it around. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Bridges. 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Thomas, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
There is nothing coaches like more than somebody you can count on. MP's trusted by his coaches, his teammates. They count on him to bring it every night.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Now here's Schroeder. Nothing on the board. Bridges outside. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Schroeder outside. Thomas outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Thomas got a couple of threes now in the first for Brooklyn. The Pelicans trail. Down low, here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
MP putting in the work for his team right now. Foot on the gas pedal, he's cooking.
Schroeder looking around. He dishes it to Thomas. Johnson outside. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Indoors, we know Mikal Bridges famously traded for Durant, but it's interesting. Durant was Bridges' favorite player growing up.
And Kevin, it's always interesting when there's a connection between the idol and the guy who is idolizing him. But give Mikal Bridges credit. He has come into his own as a star. This guy has proven to be a capable offensive player and is one of the truly legit defensive wings that you have got to plan for.
To the middle, here's Johnson. Johnson with the rebound. The Nets have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Thomas finds Schroeder. The pass to Johnson. Thomas with it. 6 to shoot over Daniels. Johnson with the block.
Positioning, anticipation, send it back, MP.
Jones checked in for Williamson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Brooklyn. Clock is at 3. Off the inbound pass. And it's Schroeder missing. Here is Daniels. He's guarded by Schroeder. They get it again. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
That's good from Schroeder. Greg, here we are. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Los Angeles Lakers. So for Brooklyn now, Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Bridges. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Simmons in at the 2 spot. Now here's Schroeder. 8 points his last outing. Thomas against Jones. Thomas passes to Schroeder. Trying his luck from deep. Pelicans pull it in. Now MP. Last game an incredible scoring display for him. And Cameron Thomas picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the inside, they double-team Johnson. Kicks it out to Jones. Clock at 4.
Mikal Bridges doesn't take a possession off. You love his willingness to harass the offensive player. So disciplined, so tough.
Now here's Schroeder. He's defended by Alvarado. Finney-Smith passes to Thomas. Puts the move on. Pelicans with the rebound. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Schroeder. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, MP.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for New Orleans. Dyson Daniels comes in for Jose Alvarado. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the Nets with possession here. The Pelicans make their last shot. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
the previous play is under review.
That it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Trey Murphy's checked in for New Orleans. So it's the New Orleans Pelicans. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Right back after this break.
Hey there, everybody. With the All-Star break on the horizon, let's first have a look at the players vying for a spot in the three-point contest. Guys, you ever think we'll see the day when a player doubles up and wins the three-point contest and the dunk contest?
Well, I don't think so, only if we can find a guy who can take off from behind the three-point line and get to the rim.
Let me tell you something about the laws of physics, my friend.
Oh, no.
Come on, Kenny, let me dream, man. Let me dream.
No, Kenny, physics, no. And now talking about our current game, gotta be impressed with the big halftime lead for the Pelicans.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at NP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Johnson is out there with Daniels. And it's Ingram, and at the three, the small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate.
Here's Johnson using his athleticism. MP with the play.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Nets, trailing by 13. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Here's Thomas. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Back to Ingram. Six on the shot clock. MP left side. MP strong inside.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Thomas. Johnson with the block.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Williamson, the pass to MP, and the shot goes in. Johnson's got 25 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pass to Thomas. Over Johnson. Thomas, no good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Pass to Thomas. Shot to stop the run, and he drops that one in. 21 points in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Johnson. And the dunk by MP.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Nets trail by 19. Schroeder with the ball. He's got 5. Inside. Here's Claxton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some have argued for changing the charge rules. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last game against Los Angeles was a man on a mission. He scored an incredible number of points, and he was a contributor on the defensive end as well. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll all find out together. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And that one's good. Ingram.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Daniels. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
Here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. Taking a look at New Orleans. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
Well, I think for New Orleans, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Ingram passes to MP, and MP throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
The 3 from Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist here tonight. The pass to Daniels. Back to Williamson. To the middle. They double-team Johnson. And Daniels now top of the key. 5 on the clock. To the paint. The rebound by the Nets. Thomas got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Johnson outside. Bridges passes to Thomas. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Pelicans leading by 22. To the inside. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Daniels. Thomas against MP. Goes up to the stripe. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered by Daniels. Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Well, you can see the confidence that Mikal Bridges has in himself. This guy's going to take pride in going up strong, forcing the issue, and getting himself to the foul line.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Brooklyn. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Timeout called, the Nets. And Brooklyn making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. MP is second.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Here's Finney-Smith. He has 7. Schroeder outside. Down low. Claxton no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Bounce pass Ingram. Johnson. Second shot opportunity, and Valanciunas with the layup.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Schroeder outside. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Valanciunas has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. To the middle. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. You have to respect what this team can do when they're in your building.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Steven Adams comes in for Valanciunas. And it's Herbert Jones in for Williamson. And a change for the Nets. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. And again, it's the Nets missing. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Inside, here's MP. And yet, another basket.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long. Schroeder outside. Simmons passes to Schroeder. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Schroeder's got 7 points.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime.
Here's Thomas, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside, Johnson.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Schroeder. Three-pointer. And Jones pulls it down.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
And the Nets with possession here. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. So for the Nets, Trendon Watford's checked in for Dennis Schroeder, and it's Lonnie Walker in for Thomas. The Nets shooting just 34% from the floor. Simmons inside. He's covered by Daniels. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 9.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Daniels kicks to Ingram. Adams outside. Outside, Jones. Screen by Adams. The tray. Offensive rebound. He feeds it to MP. Out to Ingram. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Simmons. Johnson with it. Jones covering. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. And rest assured, this team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
I think they are. David, thank you for the report. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Here's Simmons. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Watford. Dishes it to Johnson. Outside, Simmons. To the paint. Here's Watford. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Trey Murphy's checked in for the Pelicans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Dyson Daniels. And the Nets also making a change. Bridges checks in.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now here's Simmons. Not a lot of room. Pass to Bridges. Over Jones. Comes up empty from 8 feet. And so it's MP making things happen for the Pelicans. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. We'll return shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Well, for New Orleans, shooting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Schroeder. What's the status, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Nets let me know the status. He said it's definitely an ankle sprain and that he feels a throbbing pain right in the heart of the season. This is when injuries start to mount. They're going to have to adjust. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery.
Connects again.
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time.
And Wilt had 30 games of 50 points or more back in 1963, and that number gets closer and closer with games like this.
Smith dishes to Bridges, and Jose Alvarado is going to pick up a foul. That's his third foul of the game. And GA starting next season, some big repeat penalties for teams well over the cap. That draft pick penalty is especially tough.
Yeah, I mean, if a team is over that $17.5 million mark twice in a 4-year span, their first-round draft pick falls to the end of the first round. That'll sting.
Here's MP, and got it! Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Smith, left side. It's stolen by Adams. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Spreading the wealth. MP just has a knack for doing that on and off the court.
Now here is Smith. He's defended by Alvarado. Here's Bridges. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Down low, here's MP, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. No good that time. Adams, some nice D. And with this new CBA, Greg, for the first time, team and league licensing revenue, about $160 million a year, is to be shared with the players.
And I think that's probably jersey patches and stuff like that. It makes sense that the players should get a share of that.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for New Orleans?
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
New Orleans making a switch here. Marshall's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Claxton's checked in. Simmons passes to Bridges, and Adams sends it back to the inside, and MP throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Alvarado passes to Marshall. Back to Alvarado. Pass to MP. New Orleans moving the ball around. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Alvarado. They get it back. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting just 34% from the floor. Bridges kicks to Walker. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Another one goes. Incredible. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside, Walker. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
On the wing, Bridges. Now the pass to Walker. And again, it's the Nets missing. The Pelicans have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Passes it to MP. Fires the 3. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Simmons. Back to Bridges. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one. New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Walker. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Walker's got his first bucket of the night.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Alvarado. Here's Adams, and he converts the layup.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Bridges. And with this new in-season tournament, Greg, the NBA continuing to innovate. Are they getting, though, too out there for you? Or do you like it?
Listen, I think it pays to be bold. And I'll be one to admit I was not a fan of the play-in. But I got to tell you, it's been a tremendous success. So I've got an open mind.
Simmons finds Walker. Sweet little floater.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. To the middle, here's MP, and Johnson with the stuff.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Walker. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Here's Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. New Orleans has gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. The dish now to Adams. Here's Alvarado. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, Steven Adams could care less about scoring. In fact, you get the sense he takes more pleasure from passing than scoring.
Outside, Walker. Yes, that goes in. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And MP throws it down.
And what goes up must come down. Plenty of athleticism there on that dunk by MP.
Net shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Walker looking for an opening. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Back to Alvarado. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
The Nets have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Now here's Simmons. He's defended by Alvarado. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Trey Murphy. And Hawkins subbed in for Jose Alvarado. Claxton the pass to Bridges. Outside for Thomas. Bridges dishes to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That shot no good.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Inside, Johnson. Rebounded by the Nets. And here's Schroeder. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Marshall passes to Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's great work inside from MP, boy. Like whenever he forces the defense's hand like that.
Free throw good, MP. And both free throws good for MP.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Schroeder against Hawkins. Outside Thomas. Johnson with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Robinson Earls checked in. Schroeder finds Johnson. And Jones over to help. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now Hawkins. Johnson outside. Pass to Hawkins. Back to MP. And again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Schroeder against Hawkins. Schroeder passes to Bridges. Now Claxton. Outside for Thomas. Goes back up. That's good on the jump shot. Thomas got 26.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And that's about maximum range for an alley-oop, guys. It's got to be.
That's just crazy. Absolutely nuts. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Bridges sets the screen for Schroeder. And there's the pass to Bridges. Over Jones. Bridges misses. New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Passes to Robinson Earl. And here is MP. Pass to Robinson Earl. Outside, Jones. Here is Hawkins. Shoots over Schroeder. The putback, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pelicans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Johnson.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
New Orleans making some changes here. Marshall comes in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. And Trey Murphy subbed in for Jones. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Schroeder against Hawkins. Here's Thomas. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
subject line of the email was team tweet team up. What's their
last weekend.
Oh yeah? I was up at the top.
Oh, I sat right near the glass.
I got the $20 tickets.
You?
It's ice cold.